The game's gameplay is bad, but the story's great. Why did you bother making a game and not just write a book? Yeah, unless it being in the format of a game was that important for the immersion. That's the one time I do get it, is depending on what the story is. If it's a very first-person story, whether it's literally you are the character, or you're just seeing it through the character's eyes. Sometimes controlling the character is what makes it hit, right? Like the fact that you're doing it. So I think something that did well with that was, what's the name of it? Still Wakes the Deep. Still Wakes the Deep was a walking simulator. Okay, there really weren't a lot of mechanics at all, and that was all about a story. But I think that story, for it to hit the right way, needed to be told in a way where you're immersed very fully. That's the way the writing was just done, right? And I think that story was delivered so much better by it being a game, right? You could write about that story all you want, but it's really something that only hits properly when you're going through it in first person. So in that one, I liked it as a game. I would not be like, oh, go write a book because of the specifics, right? It's very case by case, but there are other games where I'm like, just write a book, man, just make a movie. Not Kojima out here making movies with gameplay. Yeah, but the gameplay's fun, so it's fine. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, as long as the gameplay is fun or doesn't get in the way. I think Still Wakes the Deep did that, where there were some mechanics, there was some gameplay a little bit, and it just didn't get in the way of the story. If it was the same game, but they had like you running back and forth between these little areas hiding from the same thing, and the gameplay was like Outlast, I would have hated that game. I would have hated it, but no, it did not overstay its welcome at all with the gameplay, you know? So I thought that was something that made a lot of sense as it was. Yeah, it makes sense for it to be game 2 when you have a lot of choice, right? Stanley Parable being one of them, right? You go through and you make so many choices of where to go, what to do next, what order you're doing things in, all of that. Yeah, no, I think it all makes sense. I think it all makes sense. It's better that way. If they just wrote a book to describe the Stanley Parable story, like, that would never work. That wouldn't work at all. Highly recommend that game too. We played what was it? Ultra Deluxe, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. We played that on stream. One of my most favorite things to stream ever. I don't know, I think we need more games like that, and I'm always looking for games like that, and I'm not finding them. I don't think there are that many that are just written as well as the Stanley Parable. Only other games I can think of that people tell me are super well written are things that are just a bit too long, too much of a slog. Stanley Parable was a great 1 or 2 stream game, right? Perfect like that. But a lot of the time people will be like, oh, you should play, I don't know, Disco Elysium. I'm sure the writing is great. Everyone tells me I would love it. I will play it at some point, but they want me to stream it sometimes. And I'm like, brother, like 1,000 hours of just listening to voiced dialogue over and over. Like, I'm good. I'm good. I still want to do it myself. I just, it's so much. You should play it, don't stream it. Yeah, I think I shouldn't stream it. That's what I'm thinking. There are parts of me that wish I didn't stream Outer Wilds even, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did because chat was able to be very well behaved when we did that, honestly. But yeah, there are a lot of people that said that they got backseated on Disco Elysium really heavily, so I'm like, people don't know how to shut the fuck up and let someone play that game. That type of game. Yeah, I think, I also don't blame chatters because they're given a live chat and they're watching someone play a thing live. That is just, it tortures you. It pulls at your mind so much watching someone play a thing and you know what they don't know, right? And you're watching them do things wrong or do things differently. It's genuinely very hard. So I'd rather not play those games live. Or if I do, emote only mode, and then have like a regular thing that make it so only VIPs can talk, right? And then make it so that people can just like that, I'll go, hey, if you want to chat, go to the Discord. And then we set up a meta chat for that game for people to talk in. That's what I would tell people to do, because then I could just leave Discord closed. I could see your reactions to what I'm doing, but not the words, right? And then VIPs and mods could still type. You get that urge watching someone play Outer Wilds? No, I enjoy watching someone else get through the game as they will, to be honest. I don't want to help them. I just want to see how they go through it, because I did, you know? That's the only thing for me. It's the only thing. Superliminal was dire for backseating. People were trying to find all sorts of ways around emote mode. Yeah, you know, Superliminal was rough. I loved that game. You know, I hated the ending, but I loved like playing through at least the majority of it. Man, that was so bad. That was so bad. Even in emote only, people were trying to use like emojis of certain colors and like arrows and finger symbols and things to try and tell me what to do. It was crazy. They were trying to like smoke signal the answers to me. And I was like, brother, we already locked down chat, so you can't. Like, oh, it was so dumb. It was so dumb, man. People are always like that though. I mean, what can you do?